Hello everyone, Alzion the Great here. Welcome back to Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. Last episode we obviously started the game, and we hitchhiked our way to Boston. So let's get in Boston, see what's in here. Red brick, green trees, blue sky. In this weather, Boston is beautiful. That is, until you make your way deeper into the city and get lost among the cramped, winding, shadow-haunted streets. You can earn money, explore train station, or explore. Let's explore.
This city is like no other you've been to. Crooked streets splay out in a maze of narrow passages, no two alike. Soon, you find yourself in twilight, utterly lost. Bright light crests around one corner, a car approaching.
Sure.
Compelled by the cold and foreboding night, you don't question it as you drag your bones into the cab. But you realize immediately how strange the vehicle is. It's a sleek thing, like a shallow parabola gliding over the street.
That's intriguing. I'm going to turn this up. This is the first time I'm recording with my new headphones. They just came in, so.
Where to? He asks. You have to stop and think. Eventually, you name Boston Common, the only landmark you know in this town. He peels off silently. You feel the car move before you hear the engine.
Ooh, that's scary.
He takes you through ever odder streets, flanked by painfully clean, gleaming buildings and signage for businesses you don't recognize. Even the air seems different. It doesn't smell so sharply of gasoline and coal. Eventually, you come to a stop.
Pay the
The
driver.
fare's in glowing numbers above his dashboard. It's much too high. Surely a mistake. No charge, he insists. You look like you need a break. And then you find yourself on the curb at Boston Common, under thick moonlight, in a city much as you'd left it before.
Intriguing. The odd silent taxicab in Boston. So I guess earn money. You wander the streets of the city looking away to make some cash. Panhandle. Oh, nice. Save the cash. Yeah. Let's not do that. I can go to the store. I don't know how much money I have. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna go back. Well, that was interesting. So we left Boston. Let's go find another story. In this house? Maybe.
A dusty truck and a man on horseback pull up next to one another in front of the grocer. Suddenly, the driver and the rider, two wiry old men with identical haircuts, start shrieking at one another.
That doesn't sound good.
The man with the truck leaps into the street. "Brother!" he shouts. The one on the horse tumbles out of his saddle. "Brother!" he screams. They embrace in the road. 30 years, hollers the driver. The rider, tears streaming down over his face, corrects him. "No, 32! Everyone here is watching these two older men cry and hug one another in the middle of Main Street. Cars and wagons are backing up. People are yelling. "Take a photo of us," the driver begs you. Starts hauling a tripod out of the bed of his truck.
Well, a picture would be nice.
The long-lost brothers pose in front of traffic, cry snot pouring out of their noses. As angry passerby wave you out of the road, each brother presses a coin into your hand. When the traffic disperses, you realize they overpaid you quite a shocking amount.
The two brothers who reconnected after 30 years and paid a random stranger to take a picture of him. Let's go. Alrighty. Just walk across the road here. Hope I don't get hit by a car. We're good. We keep exploring the stories.
You come across a girl picking wild blueberries. She smiles and greets you. Anin. She offers you some from her birch bark basket.
Thank you.
You reach in the basket for blueberries, but pull out a handful of small, smooth stones, all the colors of the rainbow. The snickering girl runs into the trees as fast and light as a rabbit.
But I don't want to do either of these things. I want to keep them. Throw.
When the stones reach the top of their arc above your head, they turn into butterflies, all the colors of the rainbow. Your heart leaps in surprise. Incredible.
The girl with the strange stones. That was actually pretty cool. What's this? This looks very interesting. Camp. Is this like camping for a day? Oh.
Hey there, stranger. You're welcome to enjoy this fire with me, if you're respectful, that is.
Sure, let's do that.
This here is my spot, and I ain't inclined to share it with any bad characters. You can call me Quinn.
You certainly don't sound like the Quinn I know.
These here are my venturing companions. Cass is the big un, and the one with the spots is Flip.
Cass and Flip, got it.
I usually beat my way on the rails, but the road news said this town was fat, and the weather was fine. So I'm taking in the sights and seeing what I can drum up.
Perfect.
I want to hear a story about ghosts or murderers or something. Scary stuff.
Well, I know a story about a ghost, but... Okay, so they're organized by subject because the boss likes the tarot cards. Subject of each story is here. If you tell a story about love, they will tell you something about their own life with love, poor things. As the night goes on, the cycle moves left to right. Okay. Series of quest, can interest is open. Alright. That seems easy enough. So... 3 of staves. Okay, so he wants to hear about death? I don't really have one about death, though. I want a scary story. I don't know, I don't really have one. I don't really have one here. Oh, okay, so these are options. Got it. So... that sounds kind of scary. Sorry, I'm doing something. ATM? Alright. Seagulls and the fisherman. Well, the odd silent taxi cab actually would make sense. That is a scary story. Let's do this one. Alright, no, not that one. The odd silent taxi cab. Tell the story of the odd silent
Not sure I quite follow that one.
Oh, I guess it wasn't scary to him.
What's my future look like? I ain't looking for a traveling companion, if that's what you mean.
Hilarious.
I do fine by myself, so just stick to minding your own.
I planned on it.
Hey, do you got any really thrilling stories to tell? I'm hankering for one of those.
I think the, not that one. Yes, this one. The woman arrested for bootlegging. I think that's kind of thrilling.
Well, that was a lively tale. Authority, bosses and such. I ain't nobody's little Angelina, if that's what you're asking. I take care of myself and my dogs.
That makes sense.
I don't need no jocker looking out for me, so if you're offering, don't. Shoot, I thought I told you to be respectful.
He said shoot. He did not say tisk, he said shoot.
You want to keep enjoying my spot or not? Think about that. You got any stories that are a little sad?
I don't think so. Maybe the one ran away from his father. Other than that, I don't think so.
Shoot, I ain't teared up. I just got something in my eyes, all.
I'm sure.
My family. There ain't no way I'm gonna start jaw flapping about those bastards.
Well.
Judases, the lot of them. Enough said.
Well, this is definitely going under the not for kids section of YouTube.
You got any stories that are a little sad?
I don't, actually. I'll come back to you when I get more stories.
Leaving already? Well, me too. I think I'll go check out what's happening up the road this way. Maybe I'll see you around.
So he'll be in Pennsylvania. Got it.
The tramping life suits me just fine. Every day's a venture.
See you later, Quinn. But let me do something real quick. Do that.
With things being so depressed, folks walk around like it's the end of everything good. But it ain't.
Are you referring to in-game or IRL? Because that's, that's kind of what's going on in real life, Quinn.
Plenty nice things to see if you know where to look.
That's pretty much applies everywhere. So we met Quinn. That's nice. Let's head on over to this town, I guess. We're in Connecticut now. I think we're in Connecticut anyway. Search this barn-ish looking thing. No dialogue? Okay. As you walk down the road, a black crow flutters down to land in your path. It looks at you, cocks its head, and speaks. Well, you've got a long, long road ahead, don't you? All these people to chase down, or so I hear. It laughs. I got some experience when it comes to chasing folks. Tell me about it. Well, if you want, you could go find your friend again. Ask them more about their life. They might want better stories this time, though. It peers up at you. Didn't they tell you where they were heading next? Around Pennsylvania, I believe. Hey, the world is full of people. Bet you could find another friend like that if you went looking around. There's more than one interesting person in this land for sure. It gives a gravelly laugh. What? That's what humans say, anyway. And with that, it launches in the air and disappears. Intriguing. How do you hitchhike again? Is it Q? Let me close the door. Q. Pick me up. We need to hold Q. I need to hold Q. Hitchhike me somewhere, boy. Crap, he didn't hitchhike me. Can I walk and hitchhike? I can. Yeah. I gotta do this while holding Q. Hold. Oh, yeah. Off control. This is so weird. I got my hands on so many buttons. Oh, I can't walk forward. I'm just gonna walk into New York then. Oh, that worked. Let's get over here. There's a couple stories. I guess we'll search around New York before we go into New York.
The hotel is an old manor house that's seen better days. A grand structure surmounted by a gambrel roof that dwarfs the house itself. It's eerily still, but for two boys at play. Each one so small and light, they barely leave tracks in the deep snow.
I think watching the boys would be good.
They seem old for their size, around 10 years old. Though their clothes are mismatched, They're perfectly identical, down to the pattern of freckles on their pale cheeks. They conduct their games in eerie silence.
Alright, make my
The
way
clerk
inside.
behind the counter is old, and your room key is worn. But night approaches, and the price is low. Just before you shut the room door, there they are, the twins, staring at you from the corridor.
How about no?
In the morning, as you leave, the clerk asks, "Did you sleep well?"
Tell the truth.
Too tired to lie, you tell him about the noise outside your door, the trampling of small feet on the corridor outside, the dreams disturbed with violent and hideous images. "That's odd," he says, weak-eyed. "There are no children staying with us."
Okay. The Silent Twins, that's a bit spoopy. Sorry about that. Let's move on to this house. Hear a story, eh? Listen to this, sports a boy loitering outside the grocery store. He works his way through a long and strange story about the taxi which shows its riders the future. There, he finishes. What do you think? You mean the taxi from Boston? You know the story. It's the story of an odd silent taxi cab in Boston, but wildly altered. You're too surprised to respond. Seriously, what do you think about that one? It's a great story. I experienced it. He heard it from his brother. Story grew in telling. It now shows the writers its future. That's nice. Alright, let's head to... I think we'll head to this house, and then we'll head to that house over there near Philadelphia, but we will circle back and get New York. So let's get this house. Search. A jet black crow alights on the branch of a twisted tree. "Look at you," it caws. "Think you got some good stories already? Well, I heard better, much better." It seems to wink at you. "Want to hear my tricks? Sure, why not? What you got now? Psh, pathetic stuff. Tell those stories around and they'll come back more exciting, more satisfying. So always listen to these stories other folks tell. Their tales are less true, sure, but more useful round the campfire." Makes sense. Boss has a point about the true ones, though. They're extra interesting. There aren't a couple folks' true life stories, and everyone will like 'em, no matter what kind of story they think they want to hear. Any other tips? Well, everyone's the captain of their destiny. It gives a burst of laughter. Ain't no bootstraps in the world that could save you now. But the choices you make, they change the kind of story you can tell. It ruffles its feathers, a sort of shrug. Choose wisely, or don't. Ha! Move on. Thank you, Crow. There isn't really a place to go besides New York. But I think I'm going to follow my original plan. Whistling, whistling, whistling. We're in New Jersey. I thought we were in New York. I guess New York's the town. New York is in New Jersey after all. One last thing to search. Okay. It's the crow again. You notice the black crow sitting on a fence post watching you with unsettling intensity. "Hey," it flirts. "Hey, friend, hey. You hear about trains?" It gives a throaty cackle. "Locomotion, that's the life. I got some good travel tips here. I don't really think I need to know this, though." Yeah. I don't really think I need to know this. Oh! You can meet somebody to trade stories with on a train? Okay. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Well, let's head to this little house here. and then we're gonna head back to New York and end this episode. Please give me a story, not a
The
crow.
stream is a clear, reflective shade of blue, unusual in this region where bog iron colors the river's brown. Across the way, a goat with great leather wings laps up the water, its sunken red eyes fixed on your every movement.
Okay then, are you sure that's a goat?
You now notice the unnatural absence of wildlife. No fish swim in the stream. No birds sing in the trees. The winged goat drinks with a forked tongue, only abstractly concerned with your presence.
Well, I think drink water would be the safer option, but I'm gonna say F it.
Over the hill, a scorched one-room house lies abandoned, 2 of its 4 walls in ruins. The goat rears up, front hooves curled, and stretches its wings out to their full breadth.
You think you can intimidate me?
The goat opens its mouth and wails, a protracted, shrill sound, indistinguishable from the cry of a human infant. It only begins to stop when you take several steps back. The winged goat doesn't follow. Instead, it lies down inside the burnt house, surrounded by portraits of a large family, glass frames stained brown from smoke.
The Winged Goat by Pristine Water. Well, that was intriguing, but I think it's time to end this episode off. We're going to obviously stand by New York just like we did Boston. I think we're actually going to take this road, 90, I think it is. We're going to take 90 as we head into, or out of New York, next episode. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.